Yes, sir. All right, everybody on the radar from the crib. Got my boy Mikey Polo checking in. What's up, bro?
Hey, gang, what's happening, bro?
Yo, man, I'm really excited to talk to you because it's not every day that I get a chance to talk to someone who I guess is like categorized as like emo rap and like that type of lane of music. And I love that type of lane of music because of like where the influences come from it. So I'm really ready to have a discussion about how like emo music and punk and all that influences your style. So tell me a little bit about your style of rap and how it kind of like blends into this genre.
Um, I mean, it's all off emotion. That's where I get emo from. You know, like I grew up listening to rock music, pop music, different hip hop and R&B, and you know, it gets you in your feelings.
Right.
So it's like more of everything I do is more of a feeling. So I might come out with a song about heartbreak or a song about this and that, whatever, just whatever mood I'm in. You know, it's mood music. So my emo trap is mood music. You know.
Right. Right. And so where do you find like some of your influences come for like emo trap? Because some people might say like early like bands from the early 2000s. Some people might say, you know, like Uzi will be like Marilyn Manson. Where does your inspiration for your music really come from?
I would say Kid Cudi,
Okay, of course.
Kanye West, and Young Thug.
Young Thug. And
Mm-hmm.
I get a sense of that. Like I was listening to Careful and Mind Games this morning, your two singles this year, and I was like, oh, hold on, I think we lost you real quick. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So I was listening to your two new singles that you dropped this year, and I was like, oh, like these shits are hard. Like I see the style developing, I see the style growing. And I know your last album came out in 2018,
Mm-hmm.
Slime World. So why have you, I guess, waited a good amount of time before you dropped another project? Because I've seen the singles coming out, but it's been a while
Yeah,
since you put out a
I had,
body of work.
I had to keep everybody waiting. Like I couldn't really just like I could have just kept dropping, but I wanted to wait until I got to a better position in my career and
Mm-hmm.
wait until everything was way better and stable. So now it's like this next album, y'all really gonna love it. You know, like
Mm.
it was worth the wait. You know.
So what can you tell us about this new album that you got coming up?
Everything that people expect about it and they're talking about it on the internet is true. Like if you see the comments, like it does have a lot of major features. This is my first tape with major features.
Right.
It is gonna be something I'm like gonna call my official studio album. Like at the point I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean it's gonna be the introduction into the emo world. Like I'm really gonna take over the whole emo world with Emo World.
Oh, this is what you're calling the album? Is gonna be called Emo World?
Emo World.
Wow, I love that, and I love that you got like.
I'll be the first to
Good.
tell you, since we're on 105, I'll be the first to tell you album is set to release in July.
Dope. So you're gonna have like some stuff there, like for the summertime, like some summertime emo vibes. Ooh, I love that.
Yeah.
And you got some big features on there. You got like a whole bunch of different things cooking for it.
Yep. Like the people, like people already know certain people that's going to be on it because they be like, oh, you be with so-and-so, so we guessing, but they don't know what songs, they don't know the track list of how it's going. Like it's a lot of songs that I dropped as singles that's not going to be on there. So that's why I say it's going to be something wholly, like totally different.
That's dope, bro. And I know your brand kind of partner with Trippie Red. You're part of 1400 Emo Gang. What can you tell me about like that little partnership that y'all got? Because I know y'all close and y'all been working on stuff when it comes to your two brands.
Yeah, I mean it's magical. It's just like you take two people that like the same exact thing, but we're at different points with it and different times with it, and we look at it two different ways, but still feel the same about it, and we bring it together. And that's what you got, 1400 Emo Gang.
That's dope. And I love, and you know what? I've been such a fan of Trippie Red, and I've heard your music throughout like the past year. Like I know you were at Rolling Loud. I saw you pull up at Rolling Loud with Latina. She was dope.
Yeah, it's success.
And I actually interviewed her at Rolling Loud, and I feel like you have like this new energy for like these new artists, new up and coming rappers that have like that are really influenced by rock music. And I think that little piece of it is so beautiful because like you never expected that like rock and hip hop and trap music to kind of like have this like little blend. And like
Exactly.
now it's like,
because you know when we were younger, it's either you fully R&B, fully rap, or something. Like you couldn't do both.
exactly.
It was like we're breaking the barriers now.
Because I feel like when I was like 13, I was listening to like Linkin Park, and I feel like, and I tell everybody this is no funny shit. The first album I bought was Linkin Park and Jay-Z Collision Course. Like that was the
Numb,
first album
right?
I bought with my own money.
That's the one that had become so
Yeah.
numb. Yeah, I remember that song.
Yeah, and it was like crazy because I remember I would always grow up listening to like them, Paramore, Green Day, like those were my inspirations then. But at the same time, I listened to like Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, and then it's
Hmm.
like, and those two worlds never ever like collided with each other. Like people always be like, why do you
Right.
listen to like punk and all this? And then now it's like it's cool to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now there's
Because
like
everybody
people
wants to
like
be
you in the
cool,
world.
but at first the people that really know about it, we're really into it.
Exactly. It's like comic books. Like people used to be like, if you read comic books, you're a nerd. But now everybody going to see
Everybody
Avengers.
wants to get a comic book. Everybody
Exactly.
wants to go on that.
Exactly. But I really do love how like you've been able to like blend this style more. Do you think that you'll have like more like instrumentation in your music? Like have you been doing anything with that in
Yeah,
terms
the
of
next
like
the album I'm about to drop, the beats are completely different from the First Line World. Like I actually took
really?
my time and carefully handpicked each beat
Mm.
on this album that's coming out, and I picked the most of the instruments and most of the sounds that's gonna be in it.
Dope, man. I love
I'm,
to
I'm
hear
going
that.
for I'm going for like I want you to feel like you're off LSD playing a video game when you listen to this.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you moved to New York for at one point for your career. Did you get like how was living in New York? Did you gain like any inspirations music wise from living here or was it just like a
Um,
short period of time?
I mean, I would say one thing I did get inspiration from is since it's a melting pot in New York of people and culture, it
Yes.
showed me different ways. Like that's my first time ever been in New York that long, so it really showed me how people in New York live. How things are ran. The people had learned about the women, the everything else, the business, the aggressiveness, like certain things that I like and certain things I didn't like. So it's like I capitalized on what I like,
Mm.
and that's how even everybody even got to know me because I capitalized on what I like. Like I know what I am, like what I do. So I just had to see how I fit. Like Soho area, that's my area. I like Soho because
You like
Soho fits me.
shopping, huh?
Hell yeah, I love shopping.
So what have you been doing during the quarantine, bro? Because I'm sure you're still moving around. You're still working out in Cali, right? How have
Yeah,
you been like? What you been up to?
recording. I've been shooting videos every week, recording every week, still shopping, still marketing, still promoting. Like quarantine ain't stopping me because once it's lifted up, I'm gonna still be ahead of everybody because they want to slow down.
How's that? So how would you? Because in LA, there's 3 more months, right? We have 3 more months of quarantine in LA. I think New York, we might open up next month, but we're not sure yet. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say like God forbid, we're not gonna put that out in the world, but if your album stays dropping during like this quarantine area, what do you think? How do you think that that'll be different for you? Like how are you gonna tackle that?
That probably better because you can't go nowhere. You have no choice but to sit there and listen to the new stuff now.
You can really do LSD and play video games and listen to it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. See, yeah, the album might come with shrooms.
You said you gonna sell some bundle packages on your website, and
Yeah,
instead of like t-shirts, it's gonna be shrooms instead.
I'm telling you,
I love
that'd be the
that,
best way
bro.
to get it.
I love that. And something I've been asking, so every time I've been interviewing someone during the quarantine, I've been asking them to kind of like give a message to their fans, to people watching this, to everyday people who might be struggling during this time, might be struggling to be creative, might be struggling to make ends meet. What would your word be to, or what would your message be to those people out there? Like, what do you have to say to them?
You're already what you want to be. Just believe it.
Boom. That was
That's
spot on.
literally like. I really woke up one day and was like, yo, I don't know if I can make it. Yo, I don't know. And then one day I woke up was like, hold on, I already made it. It's just I'm around people that have more than I can acquire right now, but I'll be able to acquire that too. So, but I'm already there.
See, I like that because that's kind of interesting because oftentimes in the entertainment industry, whether it be radio or on the music side or or in whatever other facet you're working in, you always
Mm-hmm.
might be like, because there've been times where I've woken up, I'm like, damn, bro, like I'm not where I'm at, but like I still have the position that I'm in. So like in some sense of the word, I've made it. It's just that I'm around people like you said who have more than what I have, but that doesn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily mean that like what I'm saying. You could be around
That
Bill
don't mean they're
Gates.
better than you. That don't mean they're better than you. That don't mean that anything. It's people that I know been doing stuff only years that's technically better than people that's doing it 10 years.
Right. Exactly. How do you like? What do you tell yourself like when you kind of like get in your head about those type of situations?
Mikey, remember where you were a couple years ago, and now look at where you were. That's what keeps me going because I think about where I used to be, and every time I remind myself, like, bro, you're in Cali right now. You're doing this, you're doing that. Can't go back.
Boom, man. I love that. I love that. So, new album in July. What else you got coming out? Anything else you got going on that you want to let the people know before I
Right
let
now,
you go?
that's the biggest thing. I just want that album to be I wanted to be known. I mean, it's about to be really, really shared. I'm about to go big hard on it, so everybody about to see it everywhere. They're gonna see that the album is coming out very much over the whole world.
I love that, bro. Well, I want to thank you
Like
so much.
literally.
Around the whole world. You're gonna have like blimps in the sky being like Mikey Polo.
Like Tony
How about
Montana.
now?
Yep, the world is yours type stuff. You know, type shit on, bro.
I love that, man. Well, I can't wait to hear the project. We're gonna have to do this again because when I hear this album, I'm gonna want to have a whole conversation with you about this.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So we'll do something when the album comes out again, so you and I can properly break this shit down because I'm a big fan of your music and your style of music. So I think we're gonna have a longer conversation about
I appreciate that, bro.
the LSD and video games when the album comes out.
Mortal Kombat and LSD.
Boom, there it is, bro. All right, Mikey Polo. Let the people know where to follow you at, and that'll be it.
You can follow me at official Mikey Polo. That's official Mikey Polo, or just Google Mikey Polo, pop up. Show love, support. Emo Slime.
There it is, man. Mikey Polo on the radar. Appreciate you, bro.
Alrighty, bro.